Okay, but this God put people in charge of creation, but this does not mean we can harm and kill for fun or destroy the world as we please. We can kill animals and plants for food and to control their
Mhm.
population. We can remove or kill spiders, insects, and so forth that threaten us or make it difficult for us to live. But we should be kind to animals when possible and take good care of the world. This book is like surprisingly environmentalist. You know, it's still like lib environmentalist, but it's funny to see. I should mention this is a compilation of books. These questions range from 1992 to 1999.
Yeah, that makes sense because I do think that actually being an environmentalist was a thing then. Like I grew up with conservative family that did like believe in the environment. Like I've
Yeah,
done like population control hunting in my day,
yeah,
and like
like Teddy Roosevelt Republicans.
yeah, exactly. But like I think that's kind of gone. I think that people definitely traded in that mentality, and we've talked about it before. I blame how luxurious pickup trucks are now. I think there's a direct correlation between that mentality and how the like your average pickup truck is more luxurious than like a car now.
I get what you're saying. There's like a congealing of ideas. Like people are aligning themselves. You know, it's like how the transphobes all inevitably become anti-vaxxers because those are the only people who will hang out with them.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like that. It's like almost everybody realized the environment is worth intervening on to save, except for like 40% of the population. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Well,
like,
even a lot of those people, I think they think that yeah, we should save the environment, but they're just in denial of the role that they play in it. You know what
no,
I
there's
mean?
like the Republican line now is that the climate cannot be influenced by humans. Nothing
Yeah.
you can do would ever change the weather. Period. Which is a total like denial of science, the long-standing science. But yeah, they've been forced into that corner by everybody else having some degree of common sense or just like object permanence or understanding of cause and effect who
Hmm.
realizes we need to do something about it.
You should have seen the smog layer that the IE gets, because we live in this bowl. You should. I've never seen it like it was today in February. Just this dense layer of smog, and peaking above the smog, white capped like snow capped mountains.
Great.
Like we're not supposed to see both those things at the same time.
See, it's funny. I remember growing up seeing a ton of smog all the
Yeah.
time. You know, like right under the mountains, right below the mountains. Um, and then I felt for like 10 years it was looking good. There was
Hmm.
like
It was.
rarely you would see the smog. And then like a few years before I moved up here, I was seeing smog again, right? And I don't know
Hmm.
what changed. I don't I don't
Oh
follow
no,
California
no, there's a
politics
real answer to that.
that
There's like a
closely.
definite answer to that,
More
like
people,
with studies.
more cars.
No,
Yeah.
Amazon,
Oh,
straight up Amazon,
yeah.
literally Amazon. There's a direct correlation and causation between air quality in the Inland Empire and the activity in the Amazon. Like there's a
Yeah.
direct, it's there.
The important part under here. So underneath the key verse, if God made spiders, why do people squish them? The key verse is God blessed them and told them, quote, multiply and fill the earth and subdue it. Be masters over the fish and birds and all the animals, right? So we have dominion over spiders. We can choose to kill them if we want to, kind of a thing. But then under that, there's like a little footnote, and this happens sometimes, and it's a note to parents. So it's like even more info when you're answering your child's question about God. And this
It
is
sounds responsible. I like that they're doing this.
what they say is some children want to hurt animals while others want to be compassionate. God's desire is for us to be compassionate and wise rulers of all animal life, Proverbs 12:10. This should not be taken to such an extreme that we think eating meat is wrong.
I
So
thought they
they
were
made
going
a
the other
specific
direction with it.
no, they made a specific carve out here. If you're vegan, you're going to hell. You can't be that nice to animals. That's too nice
Oh,
for God.
I thought they were saying like we have dominion, but some of these little fuckers are gonna get weird about it. They're gonna like be really enthusiastic about hurting animals, and you need to be aware of that. I thought that's where they were going. I'm like, wow, this is really cool.
That
Like,
does seem like what they're alluding to. Like, don't
yeah,
hurt animals for fun, and it's actually
yeah,
a bad sign of worse things to come if your kid is hurting animals. No, they spend time to make sure that you don't raise your kid to love them too much.
yeah.
So I liked that, specifically calling you out, Tony.
I
Okay.
like how it's framed because I've always felt that whole thing. It's like love that when they find out you're vegan, they love to tell you about their opinion or experience on it. And one thing they love to say is like, "I love animals," and I always want to be like, do you? And of course you do, of course you do. But apparently, I'm a weirdo about it. I love them too much.
Yeah, it's a little creepy, dude.
I love
I'm gonna
them
be
too much.
honest.
Yeah, yeah. Just eat one every once in a while.
Imagine what's
give a little.
Death Commandos. Imagine what's on this guy's hard drive, Tony. Imagine what he's got on his computer right now. How much this guy loves fucking animals.
Just like perfectly seared steaks, just like
Oh.
so many pictures of just like cross sections. I'm like a real freak, and I actually have like a Salt Bay file because I'm like I'm like gross about it.